Okay. Give me the address. And I need an exact description of what this right shoe looks like.
It looks just like the left shoe.
I didn't hear that. Okay, now let us get serious. Whose shoe is this anyway?
You ask a lot of questions, don't you?
Nothing I do not need to know. Whose foot fits this alleged shoe?
Well, if I am right, Kirk Cranston's.
I'll never do that again. Putting a show on like that in front of Cruz.
Eden, you had to do it. If the rest of your family is going to be pushing the police to some kind of action and you're not, they're going to wonder what's wrong.
That micro-investigation thing has me worried.
Well, don't let it. Would you just forget about that? Look, this is your home. Obviously, they're going to find loads of evidence that you've been up in your father's room. So what? Everyone knows you spent a lot of time up in there. There's nothing to be afraid about.
I just feel really bad doing this to Cruz. He's the best person in the world I know.
Well, then why don't you go and tell him the whole story?
Because I can't. Because he'd want to protect me. He sacrificed his integrity to cover up for me, and neither of us could live with something like that.
You know, does it occur to you that I am helping you? What is it? What is it anyway? My integrity is not worth worrying about?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that. I really do thank you for everything you've done for me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, but it's not the same thanks that you would give Cruz, right? Is that it? Oh, never mind. I don't even want to. I'm sorry. I don't even want you to answer that. Look, here are the keys to my apartment. I've got to make a phone call here. I've got to pick up a couple documents, but I want to meet you back there, all right?
All right. Kirk, I'm sorry if I was tactless. I really do appreciate everything you're doing.
Look, it doesn't matter. But I want to help you, Eden. So if it means that you have to think less of me due to that, well, that's the chance I'm taking.
Well, if it isn't Kirk Cranston.
Hello, Mason.
There's a stroke of luck. You're just the man I wanted to see.
Am I? Why is that?
Oh, a little something to do with the business. And, of course, I wanted to see how poor Eden is doing.
Oh, why poor Eden?
Well, I stand corrected. She's not poor at all, is she? Though not as rich as she might be if she succeeded in killing the old man off.
Go to hell, Mason.
Oh, my God, how beautiful Santa Barbara is.
Oh, Kirk.
Nice to meet you. Hey, listen, Mary, I'm really sorry to cut this thing short, but I gotta take care of this thing. I hope you understand.
Mark, forget it. I got all this shopping done, and I got out of buying you lunch.
Yeah, well, that's a debt I'm gonna collect on. Hey, can I ask you something?
Sure, what's that?
Well, I get the impression that even under the hostility, that you and Mason have something going on. Now, is that just on his side, or does this run both ways?
This kind of runs in circles. He can be really impossible sometimes. Tell me something, Mark. Is the room behind the clinic going to work out for you?
Oh, yeah, fine. Even the shower works.
Is it going to be big enough?
For one person.
Now, that's something I wanted to ask you. I noticed you were wearing a wedding ring. Why didn't I get an announcement?
Well, it didn't last long enough to make an announcement.
Oh, Mark, I'm sorry.
Well, you know, not every marriage is made in heaven, and ours didn't even come close. Talk to you tomorrow?
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Back so soon?
Oh, yeah, Mark had an appointment.
Oh, well, the gods are smiling on me at last. Can we have our talk now?
Yeah, Mason, there is something I would like to say to you. What I told you about Eden, I want that kept strictly between us. I mean, you repeat that to anybody, and I will...
What?
I don't know what, but whatever it is, you won't like it.
You're beautiful when you're angry.
Oh, stop it, Mason. Just remember what I said, because I mean it.
I know you do. Can't help loving a woman who means what she says. It's inspiring.
I told Mark you were impossible.
Really? Did you say that? You spent your time talking about me? I think that's wonderful. I'm glad you think I'm impossible. I think we're on the road to making up.
Oh, no, we're not.
Have any of our lab guys showed up yet?
Oh, yeah, no, they didn't, but they phoned and they told the other nurse that they're on their way.
Good.
Cruz.
Yeah?
I did a really stupid thing. I let it slip to Mason that I saw Eden leaving through the window. That I thought it was Eden. I'm really sorry.
Yeah, well, Mason has a way of getting things out of people, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He told me about it this morning.
He told you?
Yeah.
I am so sorry I said a word to him. I should have known by now. Well, so help me, that's the last time I tell him anything.
Still investigating, I see. Have you found any exciting new evidence?
On Santa Barbara, he's a cop tormented with an agonizing decision. Will he marry the woman he loves, or will he send her to prison this week?
So what's it to you, Mason?
Well, are you here on official business or not? What are you looking for?
I'm meeting a fibers expert from the forensics lab here, if that's okay with you.
What do you hope to find?
That's my business, Mason. Why don't I keep minding mine and you start worrying about yours? What do you say that we make a deal on that, huh?
In this instance, your business is my business, Cruz. I want whoever tried to end my father's life found and punished. Even if it's Eden.
Especially if it's Eden, you mean? Now, why is that?
Very simple, Cruz. I want to see justice done and my father protected. Right, Dad?
You're getting so pure of heart in your old age.
You're a shining example to me, Cruz.
Again, Mason, I still don't understand. If you think it's Eden, then why don't you take your information to the newspapers? Unless you have some private use for it? Like blackmail? Wouldn't be the first time, would it? Now, what little thing do you want from her, I wonder?
I don't want anything from Eden. At least not anything small. You, can tell Dad a story while you're waiting, Cruz. He's safe with you, I guess.